Welcome back to the Bahamas for what should be an absolutely fascinating relay. 15 laps or 4 by 1500 metres in old money. And this arguably could be where one of the world records come here in the Bahamas. It's going to be absolutely fascinating. We're with our co-commentators here. First of all, Ronald McIntosh. It's going to be interesting watching the way the stagger works and where the athletes take the baton from and how they line up.
Absolutely. This is, of course, not a championship event, and it's going to be interesting to see how the 1500-metre runners deal with lining up in different places, receiving the baton, even running with the baton. How will all of these new experiences come to bear in this 15-lap relay? We've seen in marathons when athletes try to pick up water bottles if they're not used to it, they can drop it, it can abort their entire relay attempt, as it did with Tirinash Dababa in her London Marathon debut. How will they cope with running with a stick? How will they make the changeovers?
Well, it really is going to be a fantastic event. Peter, it's hard to look beyond the Kenyans, especially when they can draft in the likes of Helen Obiri, who was so good over the 3,000 metres in Doha.
Yeah, and this is a new event, and the world record is almost certain to go. They only need to average something less than 4:17 for 1,500 metres, and that's well within the range of the Kenyans. And the interesting thing about the Kenyans, too, is that they have been practising for the 4x1500s, and indeed the men's 4x8. So, Steve, I don't think we can look much beyond the Kenyans.
No, a very strong team, as always, in the middle and long distances, the Kenyans. I would think that perhaps a challenge could come for someone like America, because the Kenyans have got to get out front. They've got to run on their own virtually, which is pacemaking for the rest of the athletes. And that's a big factor in a long-distance relay like this. If you've got someone in front of you, you can relax, you can go through. And the challenge, I think, for the Americans or any other team to try and get there with the Kenyans is to hang on for as long as possible.
And the entry is just a little bit weaker in the long-distance relays. Not every country have sent teams, so that's why we reckon the Kenyans are such big favourites. Rob?
Well, it's all set to be a fantastic, very, very fast race. The Kenyans have drafted in Obiri, they've got Jelagat, they've got huge strength and depth. They want to pursue that world record. They already hold it. Can they go under 17 minutes? You'll have to watch to find out.